various different philosophers and scientists like Penrose and Bernardo Kastrup as well, who would adamantly claim that we can't simulate an inner world, or at least consciousness, like if we're going to define it more specifically. And that's because of a metaphysical frame, right? Like it's sort of what I'm hearing you saying in Zinc is that, like, regardless of the metaphysics or whether we know what that is, if we simulate reality accurately enough, because reality has conscious beings, we can get to conscious beings.
Yeah,
and in the sense that because we've simulated reality accurate enough, all we know is that the correct code to simulate reality, we don't, like, does that code actually represent
the way things actually
are? Is it's hard to say. And like, how do we, I mean, there's heaps of questions about, like, would we be able to inject ourselves into that reality to verify things?
And those are I think very exciting questions, actually. Obviously in some sense science fiction until something like this is really possible, but I think you hit the nail on the head in the sense of, well, and this is actually something I've never understood about Bernardo's view, is why think you can't make a computer conscious if everything is conscious? It's bizarre to impose a barrier and say.
I think he softened his position on this.
Okay.
I'll try and find the video. But
for sure, yeah. Because I've always found that, because it's like, for me, it's like, of course the computer could be conscious, like
because we are a compound of what he calls mal, right? So we're a kind of compound of these little bits of mal, and so is a computer.
Exactly. That's my thought. It's like, just reasoning by analogy. Like, as you go inward, there's no way of saying this wouldn't be conscious, because the whole thing is made of consciousness. So, like, of course it's going to wake up.
It requires metabolism. He actually quote. He says
that's actually a definition of life. The metabolism notion is a definition of life.
He uses he often says, "My computer is never going to appear on my desk, even if I've programmed."
Which is, I like that analogy. That is a good analogy. Yeah. But he also I think uses it a bit like a bludgeon, when I think it would be better used a bit more carefully. That idea.
Yeah, I think
it's a good observation, but he seems to use it to dismiss, like, objections about inner experience. Inner experience is different to, like, of course, like, from within the simulation, it can't pee out of the simulation onto my desk. It could still pee and experience peeing just in the same way I might experience peeing. So on some level, he's missing the point with that analogy. But I like it, though, because it does get at something true, which is, obviously,
I like
layers of reality,